I'm JNaps MMA. This is my recap and breakdown of UFC Vegas 97, Gilbert vs. Brady, and my prediction is this card is better than the Sphere and will be better than the Sphere. A lot of great finishes, a lot of rising prospects, something you don't even get with the Sphere until you get to the three main fights. But let's get to the first fight of the night with Zygimantas versus Nathan Fletcher. I picked Nathan Fletcher to win this fight, and in the first round, Fletcher gets a nice takedown, but Zygimantas lands a nice cheeky little elbow that opens up Fletcher on like the forehead area. But he cruised through that first round. In the second round though, he gets on top, falls onto full mount, gets the head and arm triangle in, and Zygimantas taps. Great win by Nathan Fletcher. I'm pretty sure Paddy Pimlet showed you that, maybe not, but welcome to the UFC. On to the next fight of the night. We have André Petroski versus Dylan Budka, whatever. I picked André Petroski, and I'm pretty sure everybody and their moms picked André Petroski. And for all three rounds, André Petroski used his mid-ass wrestling the whole time, even grabbing the cage to keep top position, even though his opponent missed weight and almost collapsed on the scale. But we all knew Petroski was gonna win. Yeah, I ain't got much to say about this fight. On to the next fight of the card. We have Jaqueline versus Vanessa Demopoulos. I picked Amorim, and this was supposed to be a good gooner fight or a gooner fight that we would all enjoy. Instead, we got the we'll talk about it later. In the first round, Amorim gets a takedown and uses her jiu-jitsu very well, even gets back. But she obviously transitions to an armbar and gets Demopoulos to tap because Demopoulos was too busy complaining about her having her fingers in her glove instead of fighting. Amorim did have her fingers in Demopoulos' glove, but you can't be bitchy about it, and you know you have to keep fighting even if the ref saw it or didn't see it. You gotta keep fighting. But I don't care. I picked Amorim to win. Vanessa Demopoulos can't be annoying and bitchy like that. On to the next fight of the card. We have Gabriel Santos versus Yizha. And I picked Yizha to win this fight, but oh man, this was a scrap. In the first round, both guys are throwing real nice combos, but Santos is just looking a little bit more crispier on the feet. He even lands a good teep kick, my bad. And lands a nasty front kick to the chin of Yizha. I don't know how he survived it, but he did. In the second round, Santos is landing the same kick again, but mixes it up and goes for a takedown. But this is what I kind of don't like. When a referee starts interfering with a fight and ruins the rhythm of the fight. Hadley stops the fight, brings in the doctor to check on Yizha's cut, and it's like, it's a regular cut. Even Bisping even said it. And then he stopped the fight again because of a nut shot that didn't really do anything, but they continued on the fight. Both guys kind of got into it a little bit at the end of the second round, which was kind of like fire, kind of lit, shows how much they, this was how much of a scrap this was. But in the third round, Yanitz goes for a takedown. He gets stuffed by Santos. Santos gets his own takedown, gets on his back, gets the body triangles in. Can't speak right now. And stays on his back for the whole round. And what a great win by Santos. What a good fight. I don't even care I lost this prediction. This was a really good fight right here. On to the next fight though. We have Diego Lima versus Felipe dos Santos. I picked Diego Lima to win this fight. The odds were pretty even on this one, but Diego Lima did really good in the first round in his stand-up, controlling it, even though he kind of cheated, had a little fence grab. But in the second round, Dos Santos was trying to get his back, eventually did, but he slips off and Lima gets on top and stayed there the entire round. And basically it was the same story in the third round. Santos had his back and he just, Dos Santos didn't have like an answer for trying to get out of Lima's jiu-jitsu or do anything with his jiu-jitsu. He did survive a rear naked choke though, but Diego Limas wins. Great win. This fight was not as we anticipated. We wanted a little bit more action, especially from these two young Brazilian fighters, but great win by Limas. On to the next fight of the card. We have Isaac Dulgarian versus Brendon Marotte. Now this, we all knew Dulgarian was going to win this fight. Let's be honest. This was like a little... They give him a little slider to eat up, and and that's exactly what he did, even though he took kind of long. I picked Dulgarian. Even everybody and their moms and grandmas, brothers and sisters, their whole family picked Dulgarian to win this fight. In the first round, though, the man literally grabbed Marotte's legs and dragged him down and just ground pounded him the entire first round. I thought he would go for a finish, but he did that in the second round after Marotte tried to do the signature Jorge Masvidal knee and tried to land it, even though his coach told him to, step back, throw some jabs. But no, this man thought he was in UFC 5 and decided to do that. Doesn't matter. Dulgarian gets the arm triangle in, gets the win, arm triangle choke. It was too easy for Dulgarian. Like, this was just a cupcake for him to just, eat. On to the next fight of the card. We have Rongzhu versus Padilla. And I picked Rongzhu. I'm pretty sure everybody picked Rongzhu because, I'm not everybody, but Padilla didn't show like a lot in his UFC debut, even though he did submit Jaime's long top. But man, what he did in this fight basically just destroyed some people's parlays. In the first round, though, they were both throwing, just, connecting really good. Padilla was throwing some knees, and Rongzhu was not using his jab very well. But in the second round, Padilla lands a nasty elbow. Like, basically, he knew the plan going into this fight was Padilla was waiting for Rongzhu's cross right, and he would go slashing with an elbow on top, and that's what basically happened. And it was a doctor stoppage because Rongzhu's eye swelled up like a balloon. And what a great win from Padilla, man. I did not expect that, but kid has some stuff, and he's on the rise now. He's on the rise. On to the next fight of the card. We have, on to the main event, actually. We have Trevor Peek versus Yanal Ashmouz. And Trevor Peek did really good, landing body shots and stuffing some takedowns. But every single time Peek would go headhunting, Ashmouz will take him right back down. But it was a crazy pace fight. Peek is just a fun fighter to watch. He just tries to go kill you out there with every single punch, but sometimes, or most of the time, that's just not going to happen. That's not going to help you win a fight. And Ashmouz wins this fight using his wrestling very well, keeping his distance on the feet from Pete, and he wins by unanimous decision. Great win by Ashmouz. Peek, man, I just need you to do something more. On to the next fight. We have Matthew Schnell. I was saying Andrew Schultz or Matthew Schultz in my prediction video, but Matthew Schnell, gotta give him his respect, versus Cody Durden. Give this man his respect. Cody Durden, on 4 days notice, comes into this fight in the first round. 4 days notice for on Andre Costa. I picked Andre Costa, but I'm pretty sure I would have picked Durden, or anybody would have picked Durden. But both guys in the first round were swinging, looking good on the, really good on the feet, swinging for the fences, going crazy. Like Schnell even hurt Durden in like the first second of the fight, and Durden literally was like, okay, we're in a fight now, let's get to it. And they both just started going ham in the first round. But in the second round, Schnell went for a takedown. Mind you, I was like, damn, Schnell finally has a chin. Maybe he can do something here. But went for a takedown, and Durden gets him to a guillotine, but switches it to like a ninja choke or an anaconda choke, and that just allowed him to roll with Schnell, and Schnell tapped with both hands. Crazy win by Durden on 4 days notice. And he was talking, as he was talking to Bisping, Schnell had his gloves off and he put it in the center of the ring, or the octagon, and he retired and nobody cared. It was pretty sad, but great career, Schnell. He was pretty old at 34, but awesome win by Cody Durden. He gets back into the rankings and he's winning in life too. He got a little shawty in his corner looking really bad. He had his wife looking good, man. Congrats, Cody Durden. On to the next fight of the card. We have Steve Garcia versus Kyle Nelson. Man, I picked the Mean Machine Garcia, and this kid is just on a 5-fight win streak. He's crazy right now, man. He stumbled in the first round, and Nelson even took advantage and got his back. But Garcia gets out of it and starts landing some nasty elbows and ground and pound. Some of it hit him in the back of the head of some of it hit Kyle Nelson in the back of the head. But Kyle Nelson is a puss, and he even missed weight, so he probably deserved it a little. But just Steve Garcia kept up with the ground and pound, and Nelson pussed out, and what a win, bro. What a win by Steve Garcia. That's 5 in a row. The man is legit. He needs a ranked opponent. First off, he needs some time. 5 straight wins. He had a lot of fights this year. Like you said, go fishing, man. Go and enjoy life, because, man, you've for sure got a performance bonus out of that. That was just crazy, man. He's on another level. He needs a ranked opponent at this point. Great win by Steve Garcia. On to the next fight. Ooh, this is for my Gooners. Where my Gooners at? Where my Gooners at? Yo, where my Gooners at? Natalia Silva had everybody edging on the edge of their seats. But what a fight. Jessica Andrade versus Natalia Silva. I picked Natalia Silva to win this fight. Man, she did a great job using her kicks to stop Andrade's blitzes. She kept her at range, throwing back, using her spin kicks very well, stuffing all of Andrade's takedowns. But what a great fight by both fighters, though. Andrade's throwing like a man, the man that she is. She was hitting Natalia Silva, but Natalia Silva has a chin as well that we all didn't even know. I knew she was a great striker, but man, she was out here just doing her thing. She even had a great post-fight interview. She's the new UFC baddie on the block, on the rise. All their gooners are in love with her. She even had 2 little incidents, if you know what I mean. For the gooners out there, I know everybody was loving it, but no, in reality, in seriousness, great job by Natalia Silva. She really deserved this win. She's gone through a little, tragedy in her life. Lost her sister 4 months ago, but she showed it out there, man. She showed it out there, and she's probably probably 1 or 2 fights away from a title shot. I don't know, man. She looked really good. But on to the main event. Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. I picked Gilbert Burns to win this fight, but man, the story of this fight was Brady leg kicks and taking Burns down and just throwing the little blitz combos. Burns just looked really slow and old, and I feel like his game plan was just to try and hurt Brady and just catch him with something, and when he did, to just go at it, go for the finish. But he had some moments where it looked like it was going to happen, but Brady, he's young, has really good cardio, and he just put more output into this fight. Bro, first of all, great win by Brady, but the man looks like a juiced up Ninja Turtle. In this fight, he even lifted Burns up in the air. That looked so crazy. Like I don't know what this man's eating, what this man's supplementing on, but dude looked crazy jacked out there, juiced as hell. And for somebody to just be throwing Burns like that up in the air like nothing, mind you, Gilbert Burns does not get taken down that much, and he got taken down a lot in this fight. And Brady just looked really good, tagging Burns the entire fight. One funny thing that happened was in the start of the 4th round, Brady like kicked Burns in the groin, and like whatever seconds later, Burns kicked him in the groin, and it was super funny. Obviously accidental, but Brady just looked really good out there. It looked like Burns was kind of retiring, but you know, he had both gloves off, didn't get a speech. Funny enough though, Brady's call out was Ian Gary, somebody that, you know, his manager also manages. Not a bad fight to make, but is Bilal Muhammad good? He finished Brady, beat Burns. We're not gonna get into this now, but it was a great card. I really liked it a lot. We got UFC Noche, UFC Sphere right around the corner. Not even around the corner. This next Saturday. And yeah, I'm pretty sure literally all the fights on here were gonna be better than that card. It's just sad to see how much Dana White is saying that this is gonna be the greatest event in that arena, and there is no fights to watch except Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez, Alexa Grasso versus Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko, and Sean O'Malley versus the Goblin Marab Davashvili. And sorry, one thing is, I don't know what's up with Marab. This man is going wild right now, posting his cut, posting his staph infection. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be like the biggest underdog to win a fight. If he's trying to be, but I don't know. There's something going on in that little goblin's head. But I'm JNaps MMA. Like and subscribe. I got more videos coming for y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. JNaps MMA, I'm out.